So you walk up to the counter, you scan your phone, you grab your latte. Seems pretty simple, right? Just a normal everyday thing. But what if I told you that every time you tap to pay, you're actually part of something way, way bigger? There's this whole hidden financial story brewing right inside your coffee cup. Okay, let's get into it. I know. That sounds nuts, right? But stick with me, because by the end of this, you're going to see why it's shockingly true. The company you think of for its coffee is secretly and brilliantly one of the biggest banks out there.
So how in the world are they pulling this off? Well, the key is something millions of us have right in our pockets, the Starbucks app. This little digital wallet is the absolute heart of their entire financial operation. It's where this whole story really kicks off.
Think about it. It's something you do without even thinking. You need some cash for your morning coffee run, you pop up in the app, you tap reload, and you add, 10, 20, maybe $50. Easy. But when you and millions of other people do that, well, it adds up to a staggering amount of money.
Yeah, just look at that number, $1.6 billion. That's how much money customers, people just like you and me, are collectively just holding inside their Starbucks accounts at any given moment. Now, this isn't sales, it's not profit, it's just cash, customer cash sitting right in Starbucks' pocket.
And that is how you become a bank without actually being a bank. With over $1.5 billion in customer deposits, Starbucks literally has more cash on hand than thousands of actual regulated banks in the United States. They've built their own financial powerhouse, all fueled by our need for caffeine.
Okay, so you're probably asking, how is this actually a loan? Fair question, and this is where the true genius of their strategy really shines. Let's break down exactly how this works.
So here's the bottom line. Every single dollar you preload onto that app is, for all intents and purposes, a 0% interest loan to the Starbucks Corporation. You've handed them your money before you've gotten anything for it, and they don't have to pay you a single cent for the privilege of using it. Now, check out this comparison, because this is wild. A traditional bank, right? They hold your money, but they're legally required to keep some of it in reserve, and they have to pay you interest. Now look at Starbucks. They hold your coffee money, they have no reserve requirements, and they pay you absolutely nothing. They get all the benefits of being a bank with none of the costs or headaches. So, what do you do with a $1.6 billion interest-free loan from your customers? Well, if you're Starbucks, you use it to build an empire. Let's look at how they put your money to work for them. This is the absolute masterstroke. Instead of going to Wall Street and taking out huge, expensive loans to expand all over the world, they just use the cash you loaded onto your app to buy a Frappuccino next Tuesday. They are literally funding their own global growth using your money.
And the mechanism is just so brilliantly simple. I mean, how do they manage to pull off this massive, self-funded expansion across the entire planet?
They just don't need to. Why would you borrow from a bank and pay all that interest when you have millions of loyal customers who are more than willing to give you a constant, revolving, zero-interest line of credit? You have become their bank.
Okay, so this brings us to the final and maybe the most important piece of this whole puzzle. Your role, my role, our role in this incredible financial machine.
Seriously, think about it. Every single time you reload that card, you're not just prepaying for coffee. You're actively participating in this massive unregulated banking system. You're effectively a microlender to a multi-billion-dollar corporation. And this quote just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? It's the perfect summary. The money from your wallet doesn't just buy you a drink. It's also buying Starbucks a brand new storefront in Tokyo or Milan or just down the street. It's this perfect self-fueling cycle. So, next time you reload your app, you'll know the secret. You'll know what's really going on behind the counter. Understanding these hidden systems is how you navigate the modern business world. You know, the world is a maze, and OnTripNav is the map. Follow to navigate.